Welcome to Episode 3 of Beyond Juneteenth, Tracing Families After Emancipation. In our previous episodes, we explored Juneteenth and the devastating ways slavery separated families. Today we focus on something remarkable. After emancipation, thousands of formerly enslaved people immediately began searching for parents, spouses, children, siblings, and relatives who had been sold away. Many had not seen their loved ones for decades. Some searches ended in reunions, others never did. Yet the records they created remain some of the most powerful documents in American history. For genealogists, these records can provide direct evidence of family relationships that appear nowhere else. One of the cruel realities of slavery was that families had no legal protection from separation. A husband could be sold away from his wife, children could be sold away from their parents, siblings could be separated forever. Owners frequently sold people to pay debts, settle estates, divide inheritances, or move labor forces to new locations. The domestic slave trade moved hundreds of thousands of people from the Upper South into the Deep South. Many families were broken apart multiple times over several generations. When freedom finally arrived, countless individuals had no idea where their relatives had gone. Emancipation changed many things, but one of the most important was the freedom to search. For the first time, formerly enslaved people could legally travel, communicate, and attempt to locate relatives. Many immediately began asking questions. Where was my mother? What happened to my husband? Did my children survive? Are my brothers still alive? The search for family became one of the earliest and most widespread activities among newly freed communities. One of the most extraordinary sources left behind is the information wanted advertisement. Freed people paid newspapers to publish notices describing missing relatives. These ads often contain names, former enslavers, places lived, approximate ages, relationships, and migration routes. These advertisements provide incredibly personal details that are often unavailable elsewhere. For genealogists, they can serve as direct evidence connecting family members across great distances. Many advertisements begin with heartbreaking statements. I wish to find my mother. I am looking for my wife and children. I have not heard from my brother since he was sold. These are not government records. They are personal pleas. Many individuals included every detail they could remember, hoping someone might recognize the names. Reading these notices reminds us that genealogy is ultimately about people, not just records. Because formerly enslaved people knew little about where their relatives had gone, they often included extensive identifying details. A notice might mention a mother's first name, a plantation name, a former enslaver, a county, a spouse's name, children's names, occupations, military service. Every detail increased the chance of a successful reunion. Today, those same details help genealogists reconstruct family histories. Black churches became central institutions after emancipation. They were far more than places of worship. Churches helped organize communities, share information, educate children, and reunite families. Many churches maintained records documenting membership, marriages, baptisms, transfers, deaths, and community events. These records can provide valuable genealogical evidence for descendants today. Under slavery, many marriages were not legally recognized. After emancipation, formerly enslaved couples rushed to legalize long-standing relationships. Marriage registrations often documented both spouses, previous residences, children, length of relationship, and former enslavers. These records can be crucial for connecting generations. The Freedmen's Bureau became one of the most important sources of information after emancipation. Its records document millions of formerly enslaved individuals. Among those records are marriage records, family information, labor contracts, school records, court cases, and relief requests. Many genealogists discover family relationships in these records that appear nowhere else. Not every family story entered the written record. Many survived through oral tradition. Grandparents told children, children told grandchildren. Names, locations, migrations, and family connections were preserved through storytelling. While oral history must be verified through documentation, it often provides the clues that lead researchers to the right records. Family reunification was only part of the story. Formerly enslaved people were simultaneously building entire communities. They established schools, churches, businesses, mutual aid societies, political organizations. These institutions helped restore networks that slavery had attempted to destroy. Community rebuilding became an act of resistance and survival. Not every search ended in heartbreak. Some ended in reunion. Newspapers occasionally published follow-up notices reporting successful family connections. Parents located children sold decades earlier. Spouses reunited after years of separation. Siblings found one another through shared memories and community networks. These stories provide some of the most hopeful moments in post-emancipation history. Sadly, many searches never succeeded. Distance, death, incomplete records, and time often stood in the way. Some individuals spent years searching without finding answers. Their stories remind us why genealogical research can be so challenging. The records we seek today were often lost before researchers ever had the opportunity to preserve them. For genealogists, these sources are invaluable. An information-wanted advertisement may identify a mother. A church record may reveal a marriage. A Freedmen's Bureau document may connect multiple generations. Together, these records help restore families that were intentionally fragmented by slavery. They are among the most powerful tools available to descendants today. This episode reminds us that genealogy is about far more than building family trees. Behind every record is a human story. A mother searching for a child, a husband searching for a wife, a sister searching for a brother. The emotional power of these records continues to resonate more than 150 years later. In our next episode, we will take a closer look at one of the most important genealogical collections available to descendants of formerly enslaved people: the Freedmen's Bureau records. These records contain extraordinary details about families, communities, marriages, employment, education, and daily life during Reconstruction. We'll explore what the Bureau was, why it existed, and how genealogists can use its records today. Thank you for watching Episode 3 of Beyond Juneteenth, Tracing Families After Emancipation. The search for family did not end with freedom. For many, it was only beginning. The records left behind by those searches provide descendants with opportunities to reconnect families, preserve stories, and better understand the resilience of those who came before us. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, follow, and share.